Hello there, everybody, and welcome to part 8. I am correcting a stupid. The heavy-duty gear was in this lone box inside of Beluga's ship that I just kind of walked by. And I'm going to cut to me going back to Manda Island and... Oh god, why? Why are you so easy to kick over? Stop being right there. Why are you still here? Tron's gone. I'm sorry, little buddy. But now that I have the drill arm, I will go to the ruins that are on Manda Island. Because I had played the cutscene after you enter here with a different special weapon, you'll see it kind of cut for a second. So 1 second, I'm going to have the homing missile.
Wow, it looks like no one's ever been in here before. Isn't it exciting, Mega Man? You're the first digger to see this ruin.
And suddenly drill arm. This ruins does have, it's either 2 or 3, damn it, roll. There's either like 2 or 3 places to use the drill arm, and they give tons of money. So you absolutely should bring it in here when you come in. I believe that they also have, there's like, you can get a map that shows you all the chest locations as well as the map locations, or like the layout of the entire ruins in one of them. I was kind of like, for a second, should I go out and like use some of the money to do something? But it's kind of like Legend of Zelda in that respect. You can like get the entire layout of the map, and the layout of where all the chests are, kind of like getting the map and compass. But you can only do that through here if you've got the drill arm, and man, I hate those things so much. They come by just fast enough that going side to side looks possible, but really isn't. And I have never been a fan of these frogs, because if they actually hit you, they'll just knock you down and continue to hit you like 4 times as you fall over. And later on, there are like these fire variants of these frogs that if they hit you, will burn you over time. And it's really unpleasant. But here we're coming up to the first boss fight, kind of mini boss of the dungeon.
Hi there, what's up? You're that digger called MegaMan, aren't you? Hey, what are you looking at me like that for? Boy, you're younger than they said you were. Now get me straight. I ain't got nothing against you personally, but my partner wants to get his hands on the mother lode, see? I haven't done this for a while. Hope I'm not too rusty.
I was incredibly surprised replaying this game and getting to the first mini-boss that fast. Kind of taken aback, because, wow, that only took me like 2 minutes. He starts off by dropping these frogs on you, and then once you've gotten rid of the frogs, he appears, and he throws out these, like, throwing knives. The pattern is always the same in this first fight, so you can kind of go back and forth, or you can jump over the first one, he'll throw the second one above you, and then he'll throw the third one as you're landing, but you can jump over that one. So the pattern will always stay like that. I don't think he has any other phases in this fight.
Hey, you're tougher than you look, little man. I must be getting old. I'll be back once I catch my second wind. Try not to get killed before then, alright? See ya.
the guy just seems so oddly chill about what's going on, and later on he seems kind of friendly for someone who is an enemy. I mean, so those things on the wall that are like doing these circular motions, later on they become active and will like shoot explosive pellets at you. I believe you can kill them with some kind of an explosive, but if you just shoot at them with your buster gun later on, they nothing happens. And you would have to have a different secondary or special weapon. So this is the first wall that you can get through, and you'll see that's a good amount of zenny to be getting right now. 15,000 zenny just for bringing that, and then I can download the map data from this little console here, which means that now if I open up my inventory and I look at the map section, I have the entire layout of the dungeon now. And I believe Roll only points out that first wall. That should really be all you need, because the other walls that you can drill through in this ruins look exactly like that. It's
Looks like
this.
That trap can't be destroyed. If you're careful, you should be able to get around.
They're like this kind of rectangle spot with some rubble on top of them. They all look like that in these ruins. And this room, I absolutely hate this room later because I did not buy, I believe it's called the light chip from the store. It's 30,000 zenny. I should have sold that refractor I got and just bought the light chip, but I wasn't really thinking about it. When you go through there, it has the... God damn. I wanted MegaMan to jump there, and he tried to dash to the side. If you buy the light chip, Roll can turn it into something that stops you from being affected by electricity. And when you go through there the second time after you've activated something, those like giant spinning spike things are still there, but also the floor is electrified, and touching the floor causes you to move slower and only jump at like half height. It's really terrible because it's almost impossible to dodge those spinning things
Look before
and
you leap, MegaMan.
not get on the floor.
It looks like there's a control panel to your right. Can you see it? It looks like there's a door over there you can use to get into the next area. But how are you supposed to get over there? Looks like the door on the floor below that was locked is open. Check it out, MegaMan.
And this is something that people could very easily, like, they should not have made that way. It would be so easy for someone to go through that door and just walk forward before Roll even gets the chance to tell you that there was a button there to your right, and then you have to go through that entire lower floor again. But now I've got to deal with these weird little guys that are on those spinning things. Those spinning things don't go away, and because those don't go away, later on those guys will be back on top of them again, even though I'm clearing them out of the room. They just kind of charge at you. I don't really have like, they put their head down and they just, like, go straight at you. And, God, I really, really dislike these enemies. I wish that they would stop putting them in here. The fact that they just sit there with their shield out if you don't kill them immediately is terrible. And, oh God, I targeted up, and there's those snakes I was talking about before, where they randomly put these robot snakes on the ceilings. One of the good things about them is that they always tend to drop those the little blue crystals, which give me my weapon energy back. But that could surprise the heck out of someone if you... Because I think if you just walked slightly more forward, they would fall down. But if you accidentally target them, they also fall down. And I am hating these guys so much right now. I believe if you can get super close to them, you can use your drill arm to, like, make them lose their shield, but you have to be literally on top of them for that to happen, to the point where you're almost walking into them to take damage. I abuse this glitch so much on these guys because I honestly think they deserve it. Just get rid of those things, please. And we got this giant hallway, and I'm very disappointed that there are even more of these shield guys over there. But because they are not directly against a wall, I can just get behind them. And if you can get behind them, I think they take more damage. But he just falls forward, dead. And I had to do that to both of these guys. But I just downloaded the item data, which tells me about where the chests are in here. I don't particularly pay attention to it because I'm exploring the entire place for the most part anyway. I don't think I miss any rooms. Walk over here, there's another door, there's a button. Unlock some more doors. But gonna go back to the door that's over here for the second mini-boss fight.
I'm back. Miss me? Ready for round 2?
So, he himself does a lot of the same things in this fight. He'll have his arm up for a little bit, which will make him immune to being shot at, or just bounce off. And then he'll start doing the shuriken throws again. But it's a lot harder to avoid without running into anything, because the room is so small, and you've got those spinning like gear things. And once you get him to phase 2, he will start using those gears to try to attack you while being immune to damage himself. So here, he starts doing this thing where it's like a weird wind starts coming around him. He pulls them in, they like turn slightly, maybe like 15 degrees, and then they go back out. And then they come back in, they turn, and they go back out about 15 degrees. But then he just goes back to throwing the shurikens, so he's only really got those 2 phases. But it's so hard to not like jump into something when you're trying to avoid him, because I mean they just give you so little space.
Hey, give an old man a break, will you? I think I pulled something. You might not realize it, but someday you'll be old too. Enjoy your youth while you can, but develop your skills, because your speed won't last forever. Oh, what do you care? You're not even listening anyway, are you? Later.
See, I don't understand why, but he
Since
just
that card key is
comes off
hard
so
to get,
friendly.
It must be used to access a central control panel. It's probably what you need to activate the panel that was just inside the entrance.
He's just like, I'm here to help my buddy, but you know, you're still young, so develop your skills, because your skills are what's going to carry you through life. And it's like, alright then. Kind of odd advice to be giving someone who's like a rival digger right now. And I just kind of walked by this the first time. I could have looked at it when I came in, and it gives you some kind of text that tells you what it's like, but it has a card slot, so card goes in there, that thing becomes a bridge, and now you can get to that other door that you couldn't get to earlier.
You should be able to get to the top of the tower now. Wait, I'm picking up multiple readings. The Reaverbot fuse has been activated everywhere. Be careful, MegaMan.
And there absolutely are Reaverbots literally everywhere now. Sadly, I believe I end up going the wrong way here. I just went through the door that takes me back to that boss that I just beat. So I'm gonna do a little circle here. Everything else has already been defeated, so I don't have to worry too much. I get here and I'm like, ah, crap. That was the wrong way. what I needed to do was go through the door I went through the first time, but I got slightly turned around when I was killing the Reaver bots that were above me. Once I get back to the main door, I'm gonna like look at that, I'm gonna take a second, and I'm gonna be, yeah, it was this one, not the other one. And now, the Reaver bots through here are slightly stronger, and I screw up jumping past those things multiple times. I do absolutely terribly this time through for no freaking reason. I'm just like, It's my third time getting hit by those things, even though the first time I came by without it.
Was activated when that tower appeared.
And now that that pillar that was there is going back and forth and is electrocuted. I was trying to get through there, but I just had a timing where I would have either been hit by the next one coming or I would have jumped into that pillar. As I find the traps in here kind of really terrible and overzealous. Like, what am I supposed to do half the time with those things? And I believe the next enemies that I'm going to see are those red frogs. So, if these ones jump into you, Mega Man catches fire and will slowly burn away his HP bar. And you don't stay on fire for maybe a couple of seconds. You stay on fire long enough to drain my entire HP bar right now, because I have not increased how much HP Mega Man has yet. At least not much. So right now I'm kind of banking on that stuff, dropping the health crystals, because I just do terribly with the traps from here on out for some reason. I don't even know what hit me there. That made no sense to me. But now you can see that these guys basically just charge at you repeatedly. It's all they really do. They charge, they bump into a wall, they do this small bounce. And I really start having some problems with the targeting system here in a bit. Like, now that those are activated, Mega Man wants to target them, even though I've got something that's on ground level that's coming at me. I just go, I'm not even going to deal with that. I'm just...
The readings from that room are different from what they were before. It's like it's being flooded with energy. Can you see anything that looks different, Mega Man?
So, now the floor is electrified, with the traps there. The, like, I don't know what the things on the floor would be called, and the guy on the spinning gear thing, I'm just like, that room is not worth it when I do not have the light chip, or the thing that makes me immune to this electricity effect. And that room feels somewhat unfair, especially if you don't know about that item. You'd have to read the description, and then know that Roll can make it into something. So I'm coming through this room. That's going to be the end of this part, and I will continue these ruins in part 9. So I hope to see you guys there.